Hey, what's up? Brian here with J-Line, helping others work from anywhere with both passive and active income opportunities. Can someone say Airbnb? Watch this. Today, we're talking about a stream of income that can save you and make you hundreds, thousands, or maybe even hundreds of thousands. Sound too good to be true? Take a few minutes to find out, and I believe you'll see the value in what I'm about to share. So here we go. All right, today we're looking at Airbnb. Now, if you don't know what Airbnb is, where have you been for the last, since 2008? That's when Airbnb started, way back in 2008, with college students just renting out spaces for people to sleep on an air mattress in their place, and they rented that out, and people stayed there instead of at a hotel, probably because the hotels were booked. However, since August of 2008, people have been renting out their space and making money on Airbnb. Did you know there are over 4 million listings on Airbnb right now? And Airbnb is in over 220 countries and territories, and overall has more than 800 million check-ins from guests. And did you know that according to Airbnb, the average Airbnb host can make over $10,000 per year in extra income just by renting out their space? Well, I happen to know this is true because we happen to be a super host with Airbnb. Well, have you thought about renting out something on Airbnb? Have you used Airbnb before? Did you know that you can rent out a spare room in your place, or you can rent out your whole place? There's even a feature where you can rent out a shared room. I don't know about that one. Now, before we go any further, I think it's important to know the local laws and regulations in your area to make sure that this is something that you can do, because some places don't allow it and some do. Now, you may have to work with your city or county to find out what stipulations there are for you to be able to be on Airbnb. Once you're able to be on Airbnb, it is worth it. Now, you might say, Brian, I don't want to rent out my place. This is my place. Have you ever went on a trip and your place was actually vacant for maybe weeks at a time? What if you put it on Airbnb so that while you're gone, you're actually making money that can pay for while you're gone, or pay your rent or mortgage while you're gone anyway? No, man, I don't want people touching my stuff. All right, so you might have to be a little bit more organized, clean, and maybe put some stuff away if you're gonna have people stay. Now, we help our partners step by step set up their own Airbnb listing, whether it's their place or whether it's a place that they rent. What do I mean that either their place or a place that they rent? Did you know there may be even a possibility where you can rent out a place and the landlord would know that you're going to put it on Airbnb and manage it and do all that, as long as the manager or the landlord is okay with you doing Airbnb? They may just rent it out to you, and you can have a place that's not only paying them, but actually putting some extra money in your pocket as well. What about people that you know that have a place that they don't use that often, and maybe they want to make some extra money by it? You can be their Airbnb manager by being a co-host and actually take care of all the cleaning and hosting, booking, so that they don't even have to worry about it. Now, of course, I know you can actually hire people to do all the cleaning and maintenance on the place, but these are just a few ideas. All right, all slow down. Have you had the time to really think about it? Is this something for you? Because it could be, and it could be amazing. Now, being that you're watching this video, I actually have a special link in the description that can get you $40 or more. So free money just by setting up a listing and hosting your first person. But when you use my special unique link in the description, it's going to go straight to Airbnb, and not only will you be eligible to get that $40 extra or more, but it'll also show you exactly how much you have the potential of making in your area, whether it's a shared room, a private room, or your entire place. At least click the link and find out how much you can make in your area. I think that's worth it. For example, in my area, I actually shared my link with my wife. She hit the link and I said, how much can we make in our area? Now, we already know this, but I thought it would be good to find out how accurate it is. According to Airbnb, in my area, I can earn an extra $376 per month with a shared space, $684 extra for a private room, and a whopping $1,355 for the entire place. Now, this doesn't mean that we're renting out our place the entire time, like 30 days somebody's going to be staying in a room. So how do you figure it out? How much do you rent the place for, meaning the cost, and how many nights do you rent the place for? Really just trying to discover what your occupancy rate will be. What this means is, in a 30-day period, how many days would you rent your room? At 20%, that is between 4 and 5 days. So imagine you're renting your place for 4 or 5 days per month. Now, you can either say, I want this place to pay my whole rent, or you can say that I want this place to make a certain amount of money per month. Well, if you want to rent your place for 5 nights and you want to make $1,000 a month, that's simple math. $200 a night would make $1,000 a month. Now, there are suggestions and tips for how much you should rent your place for each and every night, but it's really up to you. One of our partners that we used to work with was determined to rent out his place one weekend out of the month and take his family on a little vacation to a hotel or to another Airbnb once a month. He simply charged for a minimum 3-night stay that 3-night stay would cost the same amount as his mortgage. All the other days in the calendar were blocked off except for the weekends. Once he rented out his place for one weekend out of a month, he closed the other weekends and he knew that he had his mortgage paid for that month. Now you might say, I don't have a fancy place. Why would somebody stay at my place? You'll be surprised at the people that need a place, even perhaps maybe even traveling nurses. There's people that are working remotely and they have to go to a certain area to do some work in the area where you might live. There's all kinds of reasons why people might need to rent your space for a short amount of time or maybe even a longer amount of time. I remember one of our first contracts that we had was with a condo, and we were renting it out from the owner that was looking to sell it within a couple years. And we said, hey, we'll Airbnb it and manage it for you until you're ready to sell. Now, it wasn't a fancy location. It wasn't a special place that people would want to visit, but it was a condo that we furnished and put it up on Airbnb. We were wondering if that place would ever rent, but we were certainly surprised when that place rented for a month at a time and then 2 months at a time. Who would rent it for that much? Well, it turns out that it was a roofing company that had a lot of jobs in the area and they needed a place for their crew to stay. And so their crew would come back to the place and rest and eat and sleep and then go back to work, but they were only in the area for 2 months. Now, remember when we were talking about the 5 days or the 20% occupancy paying for the rent? Did you know the first 5 days paid the landlord the rent and the other days was just pure profit coming in? Now I'm going to jump over to the computer here in just a few moments. But before we do that, feel free to comment below. Would you comment below, have you ever stayed in an Airbnb? Yes or no? Yes or no? Comment below. And there's also an advanced version of a comment that you can do. You can actually pause this video, click the link in the description, find out how much you can make if you rented out your whole place in your area and put that in the comment below. How much can you make per month in your area? I would love to know. So include your area and how much you can make for renting the entire space. Comment below and watch this. Hey, thanks for commenting below. If you know somebody that might like this video, please share it with them. Speaking of like, give us a like, subscribe to the channel here, hit the notification bell, and now let's get back to it. All right, I'm here at Airbnb.com. And you can see that if you've ever been a customer looking for a place, you can see some of these places, $900 a night. This place right here, look at this. It's a $5,000 a night, $2,600 a night. These are extravagant getaways, the OMG section, if you would. But there's like all these different types of places, lakefront, luxury, beachfront. You can rent all kinds of places, even a barn, a farm, a nice design home. Okay, I could go on, but you can see that you can just search and really find a place or any place to really just rent. But I'm going to go over and show you. I'm going to switch to hosting right over here in the upper right. And when you switch over to hosting, we can look at our different listings that we have here. And you can see we have listings all over the country here. And over here in hosting, we can look at our listings here. I have some that are unlisted and I have some that are listed. And when it comes to all these different listings, this is primarily just for our partners within the network. I show them how to set up and have listings all over. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but I want to show you the income side of this. And we could go to transaction history, and I'm going to search all the way from last year at this time. And I'm going to just show you, you could see each and every week, we just have money coming in. Here's a good week there. And here's another good week, another good week. You can see that, and it goes on and on, that we just have all of these listings, just all of these different listings coming in. So yes, it is a viable second stream or extra stream of income. Now we could look at one of our listings here, and you can see that we just uploaded some pictures of the place, and there's 24 photos. And you can see that these are the photos that people would see, and it is really easy to upload these photos. And this place, I think it's like $175 a night that we rent this for. And we have places that are right on the beach in Florida where we charge about $300 a night. But what about your place? What about you? Do you have a fancy place or a unique place? Or maybe it's not fancy, maybe it's not unique. That's okay, because there are people that would rather stay in an Airbnb than stay in a hotel. So whether you have a spare room or perhaps rent out your whole place, the goal of this video is to have you click the link in the description, sign up, list your place, host at least one person, and get that free money. That would be awesome. And don't forget that through that link, you will be able to find out how much you can potentially earn with a shared room, a room, or your entire place in the area you are. That at least is some valuable information. All right, and I don't know if you've seen on the link, if you haven't hit the link already, I don't know if you've seen it, but there are 3 simple steps. Did you know it's free to do a listing? It's free to take some pictures and put up a listing and see if somebody wants to rent your space. So that's the first thing you just need to do, is just put it up there. Second thing you need to do is just decide how long you want to rent it, how many days, and how much do you want to charge. And are there any restrictions that you want to put in the description of your place? And the third thing you have to do is just welcome your first guest, because you'll be surprised how quickly you could start earning extra money fast. Now, we've been very fortunate with Airbnb. We love using Airbnb. In fact, we take some of our partners on business retreats with Airbnb, or we rent out an Airbnb for like 2 days and go do a lot of our recordings or even photo shoots for special events. Those are some ideas that you can use Airbnb, but what about being the one that's hosting with Airbnb? What do you think? Will you become a super host with me? Speaking of super, I have a super opportunity that I want to invite you into. Watch this. Hey, let's talk about joining the network. You can become a supporter or a partner. Support us by simply liking, sharing, subscribing, following us on our socials, and joining our free text community. Simply text the word join to 970-387-2926 and stay connected with all things J-Line. Our supporters, for no cost, receive special J-Line offers, are entered into our monthly giveaway drawings, and get first look information that you might not get here on YouTube. Supporters also gain access to our private Facebook group called The J-Line Experience for Maximizing Potential. All you have to do is join the text community to get access if you're interested. Now let's talk about becoming a partner. If you become a partner at the Dynasty or Legacy level, we'll partner together step by step on building your next stream of income with our Work From Anywhere system. Speaking of system stands for Save Yourself Some Time, Energy, and Money. Here on the channel, you can learn about multiple streams of income so that you can work from anywhere with both passive and active income opportunities. But as a partner, you'll have access to the complete list, so you'll be able to choose any, even many options to start earning quickly. You'll also have access to our special partner-only content, special invites to our monthly VIP events, along with exclusive giveaways and network resources that are sure to maximize your success. If you'd like to learn more about partnership, watch this video and we'll get right to it. We'll be sharing another income video next week as we continue to help others work from anywhere. Thanks.